Hey guys, it's Dave. I've got another video here for you. Today I wanted to go over my outdoor survival kit. This is a Condor pouch. I forget the name of the pouch, but it's not an expensive bag, maybe about $15. You can find it all over Amazon, eBay, and the like. It's an OD green. This video is not about the pouch, but about the contents inside and my thought process behind each piece of equipment in the bag. Unlike my EDC bag and all my other pouches and kits that I've shown, this is a true survival kit. This is something that if I'm going on an outdoor excursion, if I'm going in the truck and weather might be lousy and I'm worried about a potential emergency, this is something I can easily throw in my glove box. It's Molly, so I can attach it to the outside of my other bags, and I know that I am bringing emergency supplies. And if I've already got emergency supplies, I know that I have redundancy. And that being said, this kit is so reliable because I do not go into this bag for anything unless there's an emergency. Otherwise, I keep the bag intact, and I would only really go in here to just reevaluate what I have, swap out gear, and make sure everything is current, up to date, and does not need any maintenance of any sort. So without further ado, I'll get into the contents of the bag now. On the outside of the bag, I have a lighter. This is like a Bic lighter. It's a cheapo version, I think, but it's wrapped with about 6 feet of duct tape. It's just good to have a fire starter, and obviously duct tape, 1,000,001 uses for duct tape. Next up, I've got a hank of parachute cord. I don't know how long this is. I know that it's long enough to string up a survival shelter, and it's long enough for a lot of other utility applications. So I've got a hank of 550 cord right there. Ignore that bobber for now. In here, I just have a button compass. This is an air-filled compass. It is fairly accurate, and in the event of an emergency, it will at least give me my cardinal directions and give me a way to point my butt home or wherever I'm trying to get to. Next up, I just have a box of regular household wooden matches in a plastic bag for waterproofing. It's a backup means to start a fire. And an oddball item in here. This is a cotton ball that is impregnated with candle wax. So the trick out there is cotton balls and Vaseline, and we will talk about that. But for this one here, this is just candle wax, and it is going to burn for a good long time if you get this thing going. So this is to help me start a fire if I needed to. I believe that's it for this front part of the pouch. Now we'll get into the pouch itself. All right, well, let's get this out of the way here because you already saw the bobber. This has got to be the world's smallest bobber. And what it goes with is this champagne cork fishing kit. Now, I have no idea where I got this idea to make this thing, but this is a champagne cork fishing kit. All right. I've got some hooks sunk in here, and the points are sunk in real good so they don't gouge or poke anything else in the pack. I've got about 10 feet of fishing line on here, and the fishing line is just punched in there with some sort of a staple or a nail. I got real cute and made this little pocket here, and there's some lead shot down there to act as weights. And then not only do you have little bobber here, but because this is all cork, if I needed to, I could carve off a little piece of the champagne cork and make a float. So I've got a fishing kit. Now, do I think I'm going to be in a survival situation where fishing for my food is my only option? No, but I like the idea that it's a champagne cork there. I thought it was kind of cool. And not for nothing, but it's not taking the spot in this pack of anything else that I was going to put in here. So, enjoy the novelty, make your own. And I guess I could always fish out of boredom. That'd probably be a lot more likely. Fish in the gutter while I'm waiting for AAA. All right, in here I have some, this is a commercial paper towel that's just rolled up to fit in here. So in this paper towel, or, by having this paper towel, I have something to write on. I have something that will burn and help me start a fire. I have a hygiene item to wipe myself if I needed to, and I have bandaging material. So this really kind of serves a lot of purpose for me, and it's not quite as, I don't know, it's a paper towel. You guys know what a paper towel, I'm rambling about a paper towel like you guys don't know what to do with it. I've got a mirror here. Good for signaling, good for checking your face if, you know, if you think you cut your face or something like that, making sure you don't have spinach in your teeth. My hair's crazy. All right, so I have a mirror in there. Next up on the bottom part of the bag here, I have, this is at least 3 feet in length by 12 inches of heavy-duty aluminum foil. This is going to provide me with a windscreen if I'm trying to start a fire. This is going to, I can fold this up and create a cup for gathering water. I can use this as a means of cooking. There are a lot of different things I can use tinfoil for, so I included quite a bit of it in my bag. I have here this was kind of a cheap fire starter. In my mind, this is my backup source of fire since I have several lighters and I also have matches in my kit. I'm not really going to be dicking around trying to get a fire going with ferrocerium rod, but if I needed to, I do have one. And it comes in this fancy little tube here, and you unscrew this part and you have your striker, and you guys know what these things look like, throwing sparks like that. I don't want to burn the house down, but this is the kit. Everything's kind of sealed up with O-rings. You know, know if you maybe jam a little bit of tinder in there or something like that, but I've got a magnesium fire or ferrocerium rod right there, fire starter. For a light, I have a Princeton Tech Pulsar light. It's pressed to turn on and off, or it has a little switch back here where you can lock it on and stays on. This is not a particularly bright light, but this is probably about as bright as your cell phone flashlight gets. And in an emergency, at the very least, I'll be able to see around in my pouch. But this will be bright enough to signal for rescue if somebody's driving past or walking through the woods. So keep it retained here with just a bit of kite string. Moving on here, I have just a bit of a pencil. No need to take that out, just a way to write out a message if I needed to on my super useful industrial paper towel. I've got Band-Aids, I have Neosporin. I have this multi-tool. I picked up a couple of these at a hardware store one time, couldn't tell you where. Might have even been at Walmart, I don't know, but they're spring-loaded pliers. They've got some awesome tools going around the side. You have your knife blade, which is dull as hell. You got screwdrivers, and you know, there's no saw on here, but you know, you do have a fish scaler. Maybe that and my tinfoil, and we're really in business. I do like that it has an awl, and then it's got a can opener on here. So yeah, you have multi-tool in case you had to make any repairs or fix something or dig a splinter out. My favorite repair item in any of my kits is a zip tie. I've blown out the straps on backpacks on long backpacking trips, and I tell you, nothing will fix it better than a zip tie. You can pack all the duct tape and parachute cord you want, but if you can bore a hole with the tip of your knife and run a zip tie through and get that backpack strap fixed, you know, it's going to be the zip tie that saves you on the trail. So I keep one of those in here, minimum of one of them. I've got another lighter, slash flamethrower. Shout out to Finlay Cigars there. Thanks for the lighter. If it was free. It's probably free. All right. Next up, we have cover items. I have a Mylar blanket. I don't care for Mylar blankets, but it's the only kind of cover that I'm going to fit in this particular kit. The odds of me being someplace without my wool blanket in the truck or without some sort of an emergency bivvy or something like that are slim. But like I said, this kit here, nothing gets touched, nothing gets taken out, and this could be a game changer if I'm left without any other option to keep water, moisture, snow off of me. This could be strung up into an A-frame shelter using my parachute cord to keep the moisture and elements off of me. This could be used to reflect a campfire heat back down onto me. So I really can't, you know, say too many bad things about just having a super small Mylar blanket. It's probably crinkly and loud enough that I could just attract attention to if I needed rescue. Let me just check in here if there's anything else. No, there's not. The final element is this hat. Obviously, you want to keep your head warm in an emergency situation if you're cold. This is a, what's this, Smart Wool? Who's this guy? Is this guy Smart Wool? I forget. Well, wherever he's from, because it's reversible. I don't think there's really a tag anywhere for me to look. If this guy's Smart Wool, then this is a Smart Wool hat. But regardless, it's a reversible hat that I keep in here, mostly because of how thin it is. I mean, this thing just really crams down to nothing, and I like it fits in this bag. So I've got that as an emergency warmth and comfort item. As I put things away, I'll give you my final thoughts on survival kits. I think the number one most important rule for a survival kit is don't ever take things out of it. Okay? If you need parachute cord, go find wherever you stash your parachute cord. Don't go into your survival bag looking for it, because you have it in here for a reason, because you might really need it and rely on it one day. And if you take it out of here and you don't replace it, it's not really any good to you. So with that said, that's why you don't see a really, a $30 Sunto compass in here. You don't see a really expensive knife. I don't even have like a little tiny Spyderco knife or anything in here. This isn't my top-notch stuff that I use every day on a daily basis. This is my stuff that if it really hit the fan, and and I'm thinking to myself, man, I really wish I had this or that or the other thing, kind of nice that it's in here. Things that I already plan on including in this bag, I'd like to throw a couple Cliff Bars in here, and I'd like to throw some water purification tablets. I would like to throw possibly a water collection bag, like one of the Sawyer filter bags. I'd like to throw one of those in here for water collection. And I want to have one or two little dudes of instant coffee, the Starbucks Viva instant coffee. So I already got some improvements to make to this bag. If you guys can think of anything else I should add to it, I would love for you to throw it down in the comment section. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you share it, follow me, do all of the YouTube things so that you can help me out, because I really enjoy going over my gear with you, showing you what I use and how I do things. Maybe that'll give you some ideas, or maybe you say this guy's a fool and he doesn't know what he's talking about. But either way, I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you have a great day. You stay safe, and I can't wait to see you on the next video.